Hello and welcome to round 8 of the Intercontinental Rally Challenge, the Canon Mecsek Rallye. It's the first time the IRC has visited the Hungarian rally, based in the town of Pest, just over 200 kilometers from Budapest itself. Just 7 days after the Czech Rally in Zlin, it's been busy. So in 2010, Pest was named European Capital of Culture. We're thinking, of course, more about kilometers. As you can see, 12 kilometers, the shortest, 28 the longest, 30 degrees centigrade though. Nice and warm. Nice if you like that kind of thing. Busy most certainly. It all started Friday night in the heart of the city. Just to whet the spectators' appetites. The city underwent a major renewal since gaining the title of City of Culture. The borderless city, they call it. Huge numbers of fans turning out and rallying really to the fore, as you can see. Well, the results from the prologue not going towards the final rally results, so it was really just a show for the fans, and why not? Turning out in their hordes. They've not been as well behaved as they might have been, I might add, as we'll find out in just a short while. So as we come to the rally, it's worth looking at the championship drivers' standings, led of course by Juha Hänninen and Skoda, ever the centre of attention it seems. Hänninen 98 points, just 3 clear of Jan Kopecki of the Czech Republic. Skoda's 1, 2 and 3 with Freddie Loix, who went very well last time out, also very much in touch for the title this year. De Bouffier and Neuville. Mikkelsen leads Wilks in 7th place. And once again, a whole raft of Skodas making up the top 10 here, with Gardemeister, Weiss and, of course, Kröller as well. As far as the championship's concerned, Skoda well and truly in the driving seat. 275 points as opposed to Peugeot's 184, with M Sport on 70, Subaru at 51. And there the rest for you, with Rallye on 49, Proton 33, Honda 28 and Abarth 14. Well, the opening day of competition, featuring 4 special stages run twice, totaling 144.46 kilometers in length. The first stage starting at 09:08 local time. And the first cars due to tackle the roads here. Difficult one, you might say, for drivers and their crews alike. First time here for Andreas Mikkelsen. Yes, good recent form on tarmac, but all drivers complaining not only about the chicanes, but also the spectators who've been moving the tyres along the way. Barham, yes, a puncture along the way did not help Mikkelsen's chances. 18 fastest times though, and he really is the best of all IRC drivers out there. Thierry Neuville and his Peugeot 207 had some ill fortune at home in Belgium, don't forget. Managed to control the early stages on this rally, and he said he needed to just look towards the setup and just get back to service and control the movement out there in some of the faster sections. Still managed second fastest time, but the local driver is just 1.2 seconds behind him. Yes, Frig Turan of Hungary in the M Sport Fiesta, yes, currently leading the Hungarian Championship, and this rally really set for him. Third in the first stage of the rally. He's the only top 5 driver who knows these roads.
In 2009 we won this rally, so we know the stages quite well, and we have a very good pace notes for them. So I think yes, this was a big advantage from our side. But for the second group, these guys will know the stage is much better. But I hope that we can be also we can find some faster places.
Freddie Loix fired up off the back of his close second at Barham, just 1.2 seconds off Kopecki. Running 4th on stage 1, 7.1 seconds off fellow Skoda driver Mikkelsen, who led at that point. Made a mistake though in the rally, the last rally I should say, not hitting it hard enough from the very start, Loix, so he really got out of the blocks early here. And 1 in 3 of the chicanes apparently had been changed along the way, so it was hard to rely on your notes from the recce. Naughty, naughty, those spectators. Giandomenico Basso after Proton's positive result in Barham. Giandomenico did not get off to a good start. Engine problems at the end of the first stage meant his rally was over. They soon found out it was the oil filter was loose, but it doesn't change the outcome for the Italian. He's now looking towards his home event of San Remo, of course. All the IRC regulars have been complaining about the man-made obstacles that have been moved out there and some put in. Miklos Kazar was the first of the drivers to run into trouble with the chicanes after those tyres have been moved. He is, of course, Hungarian, so it kind of backfired, really, on the fans. Silly, silly, silly. Oh, dear. Well, the Norwegians, Andreas Mikkelsen, made no secret of the fact that he's absolutely loving the first opening stages of the day. He, yes, another fastest lap time for him, stage time I should say, reporting the difficulties as well with those spectators he spoke to us.
On these necking stages, these two stages coming up now, they are so much more tricky, so I think I'll just try to keep my pace, and okay, if I lose 3-4 seconds, I know I have one extra gear for these stages that we just did on the second run through.
Yeah, as quick as he is, good looking, that boy. Thierry Neuville catching Mikkelsen on stage 2, came out of a 28-kilometre stage, just 3.5 seconds off Mikkelsen's time. Reports that this tricky stage, the drivers had only 2 recce passes of the stages, and tackling them at full speed in an S2000, totally different experience. Neuville, though, is an extremely quick learner, and proving that right here. Making up some time on stage 2, moving up to 5th overall. Jan Kopecki, not hidden the fact that he's not really happy on these Hungarian chicanes. And in terms of the championship, with Hannanen not at this rally and just 3 points separating them, Jan Kopecki could take the lead in the IRC by the end of Hungary. He'll have to pick up his pace, though. The chicanes, goodness me. Guy Wilkes, admittedly, not pushing at his maximum, finding it hard to get a rhythm. We've heard that before. I'm just not sure what is around the next corner, though. And when that sort of thing is out there, you need to have very, very high confidence. And it's taken a knock with Guy over the last couple of rallies. Another driver reporting slippery conditions on the 28-kilometre stage. First of the production cars putting in a stormy performance, Ashen Banana. Yeah, 7th in stage 2, moving up to 7th overall. Rally out Lancer Evo 9 in action, good to see. Brian Bouffier, first on the road was Bouffier, we'll see him in a moment. The Frenchman finding the fast pace on this rally a bit of a challenge, particularly in the early stages. Gosh, we're loving that Lancer Evo, are we not? Finally we get Brian. Yeah, lost his confidence after Barham. Well, it's a big question and always a hard one to ask of yourself when you're a driver, but looking at his pace here, he looked pretty good indeed. Spectacular scenery. Nice to see that summer exists somewhere in Europe. Yes, Carl Cruller picking up some damage when he drove straight through the tyres on chicane on 2. Admits that struggling just a little bit with the drive through the chicanes and just can't find the pace to navigate through them. Yes, often going quicker can feel better. Biddy Anderson also on the Proton Satria Neo S2000, following in his footsteps. Came to this rally hoping for a top 7 finish, but that hope, sad to say, is now over. Here he comes. Yeah, both Protons out of the running now. PG explaining to us exactly what had happened.
Stage 2 it was like a looping on a car park, and in a slow hairpin I hit the curb on the left wheel and destroyed the rim, and we carried on for a few kilometers, but had to stop and trying to change the wheel. But when we stopped, the wheel was stuck in between the brake caliper and the chassis, so
We had to carry on for a few Ks, so we melted away the rubber and the wheel come off by itself, and then we could put the spare wheel on. So lost a lot of time, but luckily we are here at least, and we can still continue to develop the car and try to do our best this rally. But it's a shame to lose so much time in the beginning.
So development is the way forward. Yes, first of many service park stops getting underway. Busy time. Damage to be fixed then before they get back out here. Brutality of the fans and what they regard as entertainment, moving the chicanes. Really, really not a wise thing to do. Safety an issue, of course, as you will see coming to the fore. Mikkelsen, Neuville trailing Mikkelsen by 8.6 seconds after stage 2. Turan also looking good. Loik's only 15.4 down, second clear or so of Kopecky. Wilkes 18.7 adrift, running in 6th place. So stay with us. When you come back, we'll have more from the Canon Mecsek Rallye after this. Welcome back to the IRC Round 8, coming from the 45th Canon Mecsek Rallye in Hungary. Yes, Jan Kopecky was getting to grips with the Hungarian roads on stage 3, just 12 kilometres of it. Yeah, battle developing for third between Loik's and Kopecky, both gaining places at the expense of the local Turan. Kopecky said at the end of the stage that the setup was not ideal, too stiff for the stage, and just jumping a little bit skittery, I think you might call it. Still managed to get the fastest time though. Loik's just 0.8 down on him though. Yes, Loik's only 0.3 off third overall. Guy Wilkes, yes, pushing hard on the next stages. See from the pictures just how hard he was driving the Peugeot. Also gained a place at Turan's expense, now 5th overall. 18.8 down on the leader, Mikkelsen.
Left 2 plus late long, don't round long. 150. Right one.
Jerry Neuville said he wasn't feeling confident. Had a moment on the stage, was cautious after that. Only managed a 5th place on stage 3, 7 seconds slower than Kopecky as a result. Nice save, you've got to say, but a very sinuous track this, and what you saw as well, the odd log just getting in the way, and wonder why. Also here for Peugeot, Bruno Megalesh, new pace notes and a different kind of style really for this rally in that regard. Returning to the IRC after a bit of a break, won the Madeira rally last month, and so apprehensive I think he was at the ahead of the start of this rally. Had gearbox issues though, unfortunately, and yeah, just couldn't match the pace of the others, sadly. Hungarian roads proving a problem for the Portuguese driver. Also had a moment out there, almost nosing in, frightening the cameraman. Andreas Mikkelsen, another fastest stage for him. He really is absolutely on fire at the moment. 3 out of 4 fastest stage times. Completely happy with the car and its setup, and impressive times coming as a result. And remember, these were the stages that he was least looking forward to. Beware everybody. Mikkelsen doing a good job flying the Union Jack for us. Freddie Loik's 0.7 a second behind. Yes, finding his pace, absolutely. Changed the gearbox in service, running a long and changed to a short shifter. And yeah, was happier with it. 3rd overall, but teammate Kopecky just 0.4 of a second behind him. Baron Rally all over again? About to find out. Freddie going well. Thierry Neuville also matching the time of Freddie in the Peugeot 207. Reported extremely warm tyres by the end of this stage, causing it to be a little bit slippery. They'll be pleased to get back to service though at the end. New set of Michelin's on. Neuville really is dramatic. great that they've got somebody else, the Belgians, to take over Freddie's mantle when he finally decides to hang up his helmet. Jan Kopecki, an incredible 0.1 second off the pace of Loix and Neuville in stage 4, and making up time.